time. I look crazy.
Hello everyone, today I will be sharing my past jobs in New York City. First, I am headed to the Empire State Building, where my first job was. I worked for a wedding company in the Empire State Building in 2007. I started as an intern in high school and was hired after a year. I photographed and edited images for weddings. Although I felt it wasn't for me, I learned so much through this experience. I worked there for 3 years, and besides the top of the Empire State Building, it has many floors with different companies. Alright, now let's head over to Bryant Park. So here I gotta slow down since it is on to the right, Bryant Park. I was a photographer and a sales associate for Kodak at the ice skating rink. Bryant Park initially had photographers and a Kodak booth right here, but is completely different now. This was in 2010, when people were more willing to pay for an image in a snow globe. Standing in the ice during the cold weather wasn't fun, but Bryant Park always had something going on, so it was entertaining, and it was okay overall. Across the street, I would volunteer as a TA, teacher assistant, for ICP, International Center of Photography, a school, and a gallery space. But they moved to the Lower East Side. In exchange, they would provide hours to their dark room and equipment. I volunteered here every Friday for a very, very long time until they moved. Next, we are going to Times Square. I worked at an Element store in 2009, a skateboarding company connected to the store Billabong. I didn't have much experience in sales, but luckily during this time I would compete in skateboarding events, and the store manager just so happened to be the host of the events, so I got the job over recognition. I got a lot of tips here for setting up skateboards. It was such a fun job, but I'm not a huge fan of Times Square, and food is just more expensive and it's always busy. So overall, I didn't like the location of this job. Now we are off to the pier of 46th Street. I worked on the Intrepid, an aircraft carrier that served in World War II, the Korean War, the Vietnam War, and the Cold War. My job was to tell people about the history. Working in the submarine was creepy. Many sections here were left as is to show the living space and just gave a very creepy vibe. It was often quiet, so you would hear every little noise. Alright, now we are off to Rockefeller Center. So Rockefeller Center is right next to Fifth Avenue, so I didn't mind this location even though it does get very packed during the holidays. And you could check out one of my videos that I did for this area here. And during the holidays it is crazy packed here, and because the tree stands right here, so I weirdly did enjoy it because I had started street photography and I was really enjoying just how many different events happen here. So I worked at a photo studio, which is now a flower shop. I learned so much here. It was such a fun experience. I photographed many corporate headshots and it was nice to visit their offices. This place was known to take all types of passports for different countries, and many well-known people would come in. I took Lon Michaels and Adrian Brody's passport photos, and there was many others, but those were my favorites. I also printed images for Donald Trump when he wasn't president. And no, he didn't come in, but someone who worked for him did. I mean, so many people came in, and it was a very fun time to work here. I checked in to see if the same owners were still here since it was pretty much a family-owned business. And yep, they were here. I ended up helping them fix their printer setup and checking to see if they ever needed someone to deliver flowers. Hi. Is Tara still here? Is that DJ?
Yeah?
Yes.
What's up, bro?
Sorry.
How you doing?
The printer itself has to.
Then I downloaded updated version of printer, but I couldn't open.
So these rides have become very therapeutic for me. It's like visiting my past, and I definitely still remember the era, and it was really nice to do this. Now we are off to the last one. I'm gonna look into it. store used to be called Lomography. The store is now an adult shop, but it was considered a place for people who still love to shoot film with 35mm and 120 film. It was a photo lab, mini gallery space, and a store. Working with other creators was nice too. It was a really good time, and I was sad when I heard that it had to close down. So that was my memory lane of jobs in New York City. I currently work from home for a camera company and a couple of other websites that I do their images for, but I am headed back to work. I usually use my lunch breaks to cycle. Let me know your favorite job or first job and your experience. I've had many other internships that I didn't name, and volunteering is a great way to get experience and get hired at something you love doing. My dream job is to make money by creating. What's your dream job? If you made it this far, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys.